हरे हरे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is 14th of March. It is Friday. And also it is the Falguna Masa or Govinda Masa, Sukla Paksham and Purnimi Tithi. So yesterday and today, 2 days are the Purnimi Tithi. So today there is a event is called Holy event. And it is the festival of colors. And also in the temples, it is celebrated very beautifully. So that is one thing. And another event is about the day of Jagannath Mishra, festival of Jagannath Mishra. So yesterday, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared. So today, um, Jagannath Mishra is going to celebrate some festival. So from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, this is from special Vaishnava days. I propose to perform a name-giving ceremony. We should observe a festival and call for the Brahmanas because today is very auspicious. So it is a Vedic principle to observe a festival in connection with Narayana and Brahmanas. Giving a child a particular name is among the purificatory processes known as Dashavida Samskara. And on the day of such ceremony, one should observe a festival by worshipping Narayana and distributing prasadam, chiefly among the Brahmanas. When Nilambara Chakravarti, Sachi Mata, and Jagannath Mishra understood from the marks on the Lord's lotus feet that child Nimai was not an ordinary child but an incarnation of Narayana, they decided that on that very same day, which was very auspicious, they should observe a festival for his name-giving ceremony. In this connection, we can particularly see how an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is ascertained by his bodily symptoms, his activities, and the prediction of the Shastras. By factual evidence, a person can be accepted as an incarnation of God, not whimsically or by the votes of rascals and fools. There have been many imitation incarnations in Bengal since the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. But any impartial devotee or learned man can understand that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was accepted as an incarnation of Krishna, not on the basis of popular votes, but by evidence from the Shastras and bona fide scholars. It was not ordinary men who accepted Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the beginning, his identity was ascertained by learned scholars like Nilambara Chakravarti, and later on his activities were confirmed by the six Goswamis, especially Srila Jiva Goswami and Srila Rupa Goswami, and many other learned scholars with evidence from the Shastra. An incarnation of God is such from the very beginning of his life. It is not that by performing meditation one can become an incarnation of God all of a sudden. Such false incarnations are meant for fools and rascals, not sane men. Okay, so in the again in the from the Chaitanya Charitamrita text 19, in the future this child will protect and maintain all world. For this reason, he is to be called Vishwambhara. So the Chaitanya Bhagavata confirms that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by his birth, has made the whole world peaceful, as in the past Narayana protected this earth in his incarnation as Varaha. Because of his protecting and maintaining this world in the present Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known as Vishwambhara, which refers to one who feeds the entire world. The movement inaugurated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was present 500 years ago is again being propagated all over the world. And factually, we are seeing its practical results. People are being saved, protected, and maintained by this Hare Krishna movement. Thousands of followers, especially Western youths, are taking part in this Hare Krishna movement. and how safe and happy they feel can be understood from the expressions of gratitude in their hundreds and thousands of letters. The name Vishwambhara is also mentioned in the Atharva Veda Samhita. Vishwambhara Vishvena Ma bha ma bharasa pahi swaha. After hearing Nilambar Chakravarti's prediction, Sachi Mata and Jagannath Mishra observed the name giving festival in great joy, inviting all the Brahmanas and their wives. So it is a Vedic system to observe all kinds of festivals, including birthday festivals, marriage festivals, name-giving festivals, and festivals marking the beginning of education by especially inviting Brahmanas. In every festival, the Brahmanas are to be fed first. And when the Brahmanas are pleased, they bless the festival by chanting Vedic mantras or the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Okay, so today is the day of our festival of Jagannath Mishra. He is performing that for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, so that is from the events perspective. So, and from the holy perspective, so Holika perspective, Holika is the sister of Hiranyakashipu, and Hiranyakashipu is making different plans to kill Prahlad Maharaj. On one occasion, Holika, she has proposed a solution to Hiranyakashipu to kill Prahlad Maharaj. When he was a 5 years old boy, she said she has got a boon that she cannot be burnt even though if she enters into the fire. And then, my dear brother, so what I will do, I will take this your son Prahlad and then go into the fire so that child will be burnt into the ashes and then I will come out safely. And then she proposed, and then he said, yes, go ahead. Then Holika took the Prahlad Maharaj into the fire pit, and then, but what has happened? So it has happened in the opposite way around. Prahlad Maharaj came very safely, but Holika got burnt in the fire there itself. She did not come. In such a way, the Holika was burnt to the ashes. So on that auspicious occasion, as Prahlada was saved by the Lord, and the devotees they celebrate with so many colors. Okay, so this is again, there are so many other reasons, but this is our spiritual perspective. Okay, so that is from the events perspective. So we shall now quickly move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami describing to Parikshit Maharaj about the Vidura's pastimes. And Vidura, so after departed from the Prabhasa Kshetra, hearing the news of the annihilation of his family members. And then he went through the different places like uh, like the Surashtam and the Savira, Kurujangala, like that. ततस्तु अतिवृद्ध सुराष्टम रुद्धम सौवीरमश्चान् कुरुजाङ्गलांशम् कालेन तावद् यमुनामुपेत्य तत्रोद्भवं भागवतं ददर्श. So now Vidura, by going through all these provinces, and then he came to the place, to the banks of Yamuna river, and he has met Uddhava. Uddhava is Bhagavatam. So he is the Mahabhagavata. He is always accompanied Krishna. Okay, likewise, Sukadeva Goswami said, today he is saying what has happened when the Vidura has met Uddhava. So giving the quality of Uddhava as he is always accompanied Lord Krishna and he is always peaceful, and who is the disciple of Bruhaspati. Bruhaspati is the spiritual master of all demigods. So Uddhava has learned all the Vedic injunctions and Vedic studies, everything from Bruhaspati directly. So he is the disciple of Bruhaspati. In such a way, Uddhava became famous as well. One is the He is the friend of Krishna and disciple of Brihaspati, and also the minister as well. So he gave the different suggestions and advices to Krishna and also Ugrasena within that assembly. As soon as Vidasi sees Uddhava, he has embraced Uddhava very with deep and love for all auspiciousness. It is that hug is very auspiciousness. Likewise, he embraced him. And then after that, with so much of affection, he is asking about the family members of Krishna, what has happened, asking well-being of Krishna, Balaram, Vasudeva, and everyone else. So likewise, Sukadeva Goswami saying to Parikshit. Okay, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 1, verse number 25. स वासुदेवानुचरं प्रशान्तं बृहस्पतेः प्राक्तनयनं प्रतीतम् आलिङ्ग्यगाढं प्रणयेन भद्रं स्वानां पृच्छद्भगवत्प्रजानम् स वासुदेवम् अनुचरं प्रशान्तं स वासुदेव अनुचरं. So that Vidura, sa that person, who is that Vidura? Sa, it is referring to the person whom we are talking about. Sa Vasudeva Anucharam, and Lord Krishna's constant companion. It is the Uddhava. Vasudeva Anucharam Prashantam. He is sober and gentle, always peaceful. स वासुदेव अनुचरं प्रशान्तं बृहस्पतेः प्राक्तनयनं प्रतीतं. Brihaspatiः प्राक्तनयनं. And Brihaspati of Brihaspati, who is the learned spiritual master of the demigods. Praktanayanam, formerly he is the Tanayanam, Tanayam is the son or disciple. Praktanayam, he is formerly he is the disciple of Brihaspati. Pratitam, he is acknowledged, he became famous as well. Brihaspateh Praktanayam Pratitam Alingyagādam Pranayena Bhadram. And Alingya, he embraced Uddhava. So Alingya, that embracing is the Ghadam. Ghadam. Ghadam is the very feelingly, with so much of affection. Pranayena, in love. Alingya Ghadam, Pranayena Bhadram. Bhadram is the auspiciousness. So it is deep, with deep love, he is embracing with so much of auspiciousness like that. Swanam apruchat Bhagavad Prajanam. Swanam, and then his own Swanam, he is asking about the apruchat. Is he has inquired from Vidura about what? Bhagavad Prajanam, the family of this personality of Godhead Krishna. So about the Krishna's children, Krishna's wives, and everyone. It is a huge family, Yadu family. Millions of people. So inclusive of Krishna's and Krishna's children and their children, their wives, their family members. It is crossing innumerable family members. So he asked, Vidura asked about Krishna's family. Swanam apruchat Bhagat Prajanam. स वासुदेवानुचरं प्रशान्तं बृहस्पतेः प्राक्तनयं प्रतीतम् आलिङ्ग्यगाढं प्रणयेन भद्रं स्वानाम् अपृच्छत् भगवत्प्रजानाम्. So translation for this verse. Then, due to his great love and feeling, Vidura embraced him, Uddhava, who was a constant companion of Lord Krishna and formerly a great student of Brihaspati. Vidura then asked him for news of the family of Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, can I request Hemlata Mataji to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna, everyone. Vidura was older than Uddhava, like a father, and therefore when the two met, Uddhava bowed down before Vidura and Vidura embraced him because Uddhav was younger, like a son. Vidura's brother Pandu was Lord Krishna's uncle, and Uddhav was a cousin to Lord Krishna. According to social custom, therefore, Vidur was to be respected by Uddhav on the level of his father. Uddhav was a great scholar in logic, and he was known to be a son or disciple of Brihaspati, the greatly learned priest and spiritual master of the demigods. Vidura asked Uddhav about the welfare of his relatives, although he already knew that they were no longer in the world. This inquiry appears to be very queer, but Srila Jeev Goswami states that the news was shocking to Vidur, who therefore inquired again due to great curiosity. Thus, his inquiry was psychological and not practical. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So here Prabhupada is just giving the relationships and the social customs, how one has to behave and one has to respond and what needs to be inquired. So, and here Vidura and Pandu and Dhritarashtra, they are the three brothers. And likewise here, but mothers are different. Likewise here, Krishna is the son of Vasudeva, and Vasudeva has got other brothers as well. So likewise, Uddhava is one of the son of uh, Vasudeva's brothers. So likewise, he is a cousin brother to Krishna, and his bodily symptoms are also similar to Krishna. And Uddhava is always accompanied Krishna in many places. So since when Krishna he comes to Mathura from Vrindavana, so from that point onwards, he is until end of Krishna's pastimes. He's always accompanying Krishna. When he was going to the Kubja's home, and when Krishna was asking some kind of a plan so that to perform Yudhishthira's Rajasuya sacrifice and killing of Jarasandha, the both needs to be done at the same time. So Uddhava has suggested that one so that Bhima can be involved to kill Jarasandha so that the purpose of Yudhishthira will be fulfilled. Some people were suggesting Krishna has to go to the Rajasuya. Some people were suggesting to kill Jarasandha because so many of those kings are being tortured by Jarasandha. At that time, Uddhava gave this suggestion. So utilize Bhima to kill Jarasandha so that he will be subdued as well. And also the wealth can be used for the Yudhishthira's Rajasuya sacrifice. So likewise, Uddhava's counsel was always the best. Of course, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna used to consult him. So Krishna says to Uddhava that न तथा मे प्रियतम आत्मयोनिः न शङ्करः न च संकष्टो न श्रीः न एवात्मा च यथा भवान्. He mentions the few personalities Brahma, Vishnu, Brahma, Shiva, and Balarama, Lakshmi Devi, and also saying that, O Buddhava, I may not be liking all these personalities, inclusive of myself, than more than yourself. So likewise, Krishna shows affection to affection to Uddhava. So that is the relationship between Krishna and Uddhava. So he is always Sa Vasudeva Anucharam Prashantam. Now Krishna has departed from this material world to his own abode. Now after that, Krishna suggested him, said, you just go to the Badrikashrama. So during his journey, Uddhava's journey, Uddhava started from Prabhasa Kshetra and then going to the Badrikashrama. On the way, he was staying at Yamuna River, banks of the Yamuna River, and there Vidura also come to that point. Now they both look at each other and then they have embraced. And then this is with so much of deep love between the Vidura and Uddhava. So Uddhava is in the bowed down before Vidura, and Vidura embraced him because Uddhava was the younger, like a son. And Prabhupada has given these relationships here. And then Uddhava was a great scholar in logic and was known to be the disciple of Brihaspati. So Brihaspati is the spiritual master of all the demigods, or like Indra and everyone else. And Brihaspati, he has also learned Srimad Bhagavatam from the Sankhya Muni as well. So, and he has got that Bhagavatam with him. And Buddha has learned all these things, Vedas from the Brihaspati. Okay, so and then further, Vidura has inquired about the Krishna welfare activities, welfare of his relatives, although he knew that he has heard the news of his family members at Prabhasa Kshetra. One side is the Kurukshetra battle, and another side is the Yadu family as well. Of course, Yadu family, there is again some kind of a time gap. So, first thing is about the Kurukshetra battle. That one he has heard in the beginning. Later on, during his pilgrimage, further he continued and then continued for many years and then coming to the banks of the Yamuna river. After that, this Krishna's family also got disappeared from the earth. And then that is when Krishna and all Krishna's family, starting from the Kritavarma and the small uh, misunderstandings between Kritavarma and the Satyaki that enraged that Satyaki killed Kritavarma, and later on some people assisted Kritavarma's friends. They have killed Satyaki, and then from Satyaki side, Pradyumna killed so many other things, and they have killed Pradyumna. Krishna got very angry, and then likewise he killed so many people, and also likewise entire family dynasty in front of Krishna, everyone were died. And looking that later on when Krishna he went to the um, uh, when small pipala tree or the Ashwadha tree. And then, so he wounded up his pastimes. At that time, Buddha came to that place, and then Krishna suggested him, you go towards the Badrikashrama. So where Naranarayana are always in the meditation. So after saying that, and also at the same time, Maitreya Rishi also was hearing when Krishna was speaking to Uddhava. Maitreya and Uddhava, they both have heard final instructions of Krishna. Okay, so likewise, Uddhava became famous. And Vidra, he was asking about family well-being of the Krishna's family, but he wanted to know because he has just simply heard, but it is kind of a unauthenticated hearings. But Vidra wanted to know from the Uddhava. So this is Vidra's inquiry appears to be very queer, but still Jeva Goswami states that the news was shocking to Vidra, who therefore inquired again due to the great curiosity. So thus his inquiry was psychological and not practical. So just to understand what it is. That doesn't mean that whatever has happened, it can be reverted back. It is not practical, but it is a psychological understanding the why they have done like that. It is a with love and affection, and also it belongs to Krishna. And this is Bhagavad Prajanam. So that is Mangalaya Lokanam, Kshemaya cha Bhavaya cha Aste Edukul Ambodhav Adjo Ananta Sakaha Puman. When Krishna appears, Mangalaya Lokanam, Bhavaya cha Kshemaya cha. So this is for all auspiciousness. Aste Yedukul Ambodhav. Yedukula is just like a version of the family members. Yedu family. All are very powerful. Aste Yedukul Ambodhav Adyo Ananta Sakaha Puman along with Balarama, Adyo Ananta Sakaha Puman. Likewise, now asking about Krishna is always auspicious. So now Vidra is inquiring. Okay, so likewise, Sukadeva Goswami is saying to Parikshit, Prabhupada is explaining a little insight here. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. स वासुदेव अनुचरं प्रशान्तं बृहस्पतेः प्राक्तनयं प्रतीतम् आलिङ्ग्य गाढं प्रणयेन भद्रं स्वानम् अपृच्छत् भगवत्प्रजानाम्. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Okay, so we shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today letter to Neotiyaji. So yesterday we have read up to 11 points and we shall continue further. Can I request Saranya Mataji? So I think maybe from up to the three paragraph up to the studies from here.
Hare Krishna. We have got many records and record albums of which produced by some produced by one renowned physician of London, George Harrison. He has become very popular, and many people from all part of Europe are coming to see our temple in London. Recently, we have opened two branches, one in Amsterdam and one in Copenhagen, and another in Edinburgh. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
I think
Yeah.
we have read this part. I
Yeah.
think maybe we can continue from this one.
Okay.
This one is also done. I think spiritual perfection.
Yeah.
I think we can start from here, Mataji.
Okay. Okay, Prabhu. Till three paragraph, Prabhu.
You can just until 14, Mataji.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Krishna. The activities are centered on the temple schedule of Arathrik, 6 daily, very regularly, kirtanas and classes in the Vedic scriptures. Work work is in the field of agriculture, horticulture, dairy, and the construction as well as devotional studies. I am sending the description as it will appear in our Krishna Consciousness Handbook, which is just now being printed. The complete and finished handbook will be sent later on. Along with the section on New Vrindavana, there is also page features of on our ISKCON press. Number 13. Our press owned and operated by the society in-housed in our Boston Temple building. Presently, we are printing books regularly, and our monthly magazine, Back to Godhead, is being printed in English, French, German, and Japanese edition with Spanish, Hindi, Bengali, Dutch, and Danish forthcoming. The English edition is understocked and 125,000 copies per month, and the other editions are printed at a rate of 10,000 per month. The public demand for our literature is international and so much greatly increasing that although printing department, editing, transcribing, composing, layout, photography, printing and binding as well as sales is full-time engaged and the press is kept running almost 24 hours daily, we are unable to meet the demands for literatures and as we must go to outside printers like Japan. See pages of ISKCON Press in the Krishna Consciousness Handbook. Till that, Prabhu?
You can do 14 paragraph as well, Mataji,
Okay.
up to here.
Okay. Radha Yatra festival was celebrated in three major cities, San Francisco, London, and Tokyo, with great pomp and grand success. The transcendental festivities, organized for large public participation, have drawn admirable comments from the city authorities regarding their unprecedented, joyous nature shared by otherwise unmanageable numbers of people. The San Francisco Rath Yatra was given all facility by the full cooperation of the city and public advertisement was extended by the city via the newspapers, radio and television and posters in all public transportation vehicles as well as large banners lining in the main street. Over 20,000 persons attended for a full day of chanting and dancing as they eagerly drew the Radha cars 5 miles to the sea. At the end of procession, prasadam was sumptuously distributed to everyone, and the distribution of prasadam was extended through the next several days. Also, at the end of the procession route, a capacity attendance filled a standing auditorium to attentively bear the spiritual master speak. His reception was well mannered and very enthusiastic, including participation in dancing kirtana. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, any points you wanted to highlight, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. These are like how beautiful and how wonderful were the they executed everything. So the printing work, Prabhupada was saying, like in the first, Prabhupada was saying, like the in New Vrindavana, how they are living, how they are engaging their time apart from the modern days stressful IT jobs or something. The stress, without that, living with the nature, how happy they were. And then Prabhupada was speaking about how much Back to Godhead magazine were printing, and how they were producing 125,000 copies per month, and still it was not sufficient. The public demand was more, and other edition, translated edition, was like 10,000 per month. And people are like 24 hours daily. They were with editing, transcribing, composing, layout, photography, and all. But still, it was not sufficient, and they were giving to outside printers like Japan. So how much they were doing the preaching, and how the public was accepting the philosophy, and how that's why the demand is increasing. So Prabhupada could present that our philosophy according to time, place, and circumstances. That's why people were able to accept that much. And then Prabhupada was speaking about the Rath Yatra festival, and how graciously they conducted it. So there were a lot of people there, and the prasadam distribution, everything. Prabhupada was very happy, and when we read this, we can understand, like, and how it was advertised. And always in older days, they choose like something different, propaganda to introduce, or to preach. So I hear that in first Pandal program Prabhupada was conducted in India, Bombay. That time also the propaganda, the how they advertised it is like they write on the balloon the date and time and what has happening, and they climb over the tall buildings, and they just throw the balloon. So when people were walking, all the balloons were coming from air, from up, and they were still shocked, what is this? And on the balloon it was written like this Pandal program. So it was, that's how they just advertised the Pandal program, and it was a huge success. More thousands, and that was a very huge success. So that is different ways they were thinking and executing in the older days. So it was, and they got the result also. So yes, Prabhu. Mm, yeah, it was very nice to read how Prabhupada could all these things. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, any points, dear devotees, you wanted to further add to this letter? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Okay, so this is it is unmanageable number of people are gathering. Okay, then now we also see this Gaura Purnima in that Mayapur temple. The complete temple is filled with all the people, devotees. Okay, so this is how the disciples of Srila Prabhupada has spread Krishna consciousness movement. Still going on, still going on. Now, but whoever is coming into Krishna consciousness, everyone, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you become a guru. Everyone are speaking like anything on Krishna consciousness. All the disciples, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's statement. Prabhupada also says that you just become a devotee, you become a guru. You go and speak. Ye Krishna Tattvaveta say Guru. So likewise, who knows the Krishna consciousness, he can become a Guru. But not otherwise, anyone, even just because of Brahmana, one cannot become a Guru. Okay, all the blessings of Guru and Vaishnavas are here. So different ways, as Mataji mentioning, every day they were taking different plans to spread Krishna consciousness movement. Okay, very beautiful to hear. And Prabhupada is explaining to Neotiyaji. Okay, that is from Prabhupada's letter for today. Thank you so much, Mataji. And from the announcements point of view, said our again routine activities. So tomorrow morning Bhagavatam, tomorrow evening we continue with Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita by our Sangha speakers, Gayatri Mataji and Induleka Mataji. They are going to speak on 2 verses, just one verse each. Okay, so they will also just get up, because when a devotee is understanding, nicely speaking, able have got capacity to speak, then to inject them with the spiritual knowledge, it will be more beneficial to everyone else. So we take all the devotees. It doesn't matter one is able to speak or not, as long as one comes to Krishna. This is Yai Krishna Tattva say Guru. It doesn't matter whether we have got knowledge or not, speaking or able to speak or not. It is not the constraints. Just understanding Krishna, as simple as that. Utilize all potencies to spread Krishna on that basis. So we are allocating Bhagavad Gita to explain to all our Sangha. Okay, that is tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. And I don't have any further updates from my side. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yesterday we had in my house we had a Gaura Purnima festival. It went very nice. We had almost 30 devotees came for the program, and it was very wonderful. I started like 6:30 and finished like 8:30, and then we had prasadam after that. And a lot of devotees from Oxford and more in Oxfordshire, they came for the program, and it was it was very satisfying for us. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful, Prabhuji. Beautiful to hear about the Gaura Purnima's festival. So, devotees coming, they may not be previously chanting, but they are coming with the keeping the mood to hear Krishna Katha. That is what it makes them as devotees. So, when people are like that coming together into the home become a temple. So auspicious. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for doing all these things. Of course, you are doing every week very nicely.
Thank you, bro. It's just very nice to have more progress. Yeah, it was weekdays. I was thinking that we might not have, but still they managed to come, and it was very nice. And then we don't have enough space to accommodate everyone, so there are more people devotees want to come, but I just yeah, it's just limit.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, space is not a constraint. Devotees can sit together conjustly
Yeah.
also. Yeah.
If I know earlier, I could have able to book some small hall or something, but then I just came to know like day before or the day morning, so I can't really do anything more than that.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, the main thing is whether program is keep going or not. That is the essence. And then everything will be manifested automatically.
Yeah, at home, not a problem. If you want to do something outside, yeah, it need to be properly arranged.
Yes, Prabhuji. And one does not have to be even knowledge or pure, completely following everything. One has got a desire to do it. Then what happens? We can just simply Radha Madhava and some Hare Krishna Mahamantra bhajan and take, even though we don't have much knowledge, but we can take the Bhagavad Gita book, read 1 or 2 shlokas, and speak in front of all the devotees by just looking Bhagavad Gita, and then again doing bhajan, and then preparing prasadam and distribute to everyone. As simple as that.
Yesterday, this class was given by Srimad Gopinath Prabhu. He's a kind of assistant professor in theology in University of Oxford. So he's very close to us. He gave a class yesterday. It was very nice to listen to his class. He was explaining the 11th canto of Bhagavatam, how you can understand Gauranga Mahaprabhu's appearance. So it was very nice to hear his class. So beautifully explaining the verse nicely. So yeah, it was like you just planned to give for half an hour, but then it went up to 40, 50 minutes. It was very nice to hear his class. I mean, we really enjoyed his class, Bhagavatam class. He's like a PhD in Vaishnava, Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy in Oxford University, and then he continued to do higher studies here, and then he's like an assistant professor now. So yeah, it's very nice to hear. He's to me, he's like a very great Sanskrit scholar in Oxford, and then whenever I invite, he always like to come and be with us and give a class. So it's very nice to hear from him.
Very beautiful. Thank
He's
you
from
so much.
Belgium.
Yeah.
He's a Belgium devotee, disciple of Kadambakanda Maharaj.
Uh-huh. So for Prabhuji, so if the children, if they wanted to go into the Gaudiya Vaishnava, the scholarship, so in that studies, in that path, do they need to go into particular thing in the schooling, in their secondary school?
Yes, Prabhu, they not, I think when they go to university, they have to go more into religious studies or theology kind of thing. And then once they have that background or history, I think then they can apply for scholarship, University of Oxford. And then they can able to, because this is kind of Oxford Center for Hindu Studies, which is based in Oxford University.
Yeah.
And then so there they can, because the director of the institute is Shonak Rishi Prabhu. He's Gaudiya Vaishnava. He's initiated by Satswarup Maharaj. So he is the one that director, and so because he is there, so he's just establishing. We do all the other things, but we also focus more on the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, especially more on the Rupa Goswamis and Jiva Goswamis literatures. So that's the kind of understanding that he do side by side. And he has more connections with the Indian government. So then a lot of professors or theologists from India, they also come and do some research in the institute. So he also establishing some relationship with Nepal and those places where he can bring more to limelight, more about the Gaudiya Vaishnavas understanding and other industries as well.
Yeah. And Prabhuji, so one thing like, so whoever gone through those scholarship, so I mean, scholar studies that about the spirituality. So about what about their livelihood career? So is that kind of
That is that's yeah, I mean, as far as I know, like a few devotees, I mean, Gopinath Prabhu was a PhD scholar here, and then he just continued here. And then you may know Radhika Raman Prabhu. He's a associate professor in theology in America. So he also graduated from Oxford Center for Hindu Studies. He's I think he's from Andhra Pradesh, I think, but yeah, he's scholar here. He used to give some classes time to time here. But these are the devotees I know, but there are a few devotees who did, but then they're continuing in different theology departments and like postdocs and everything. So yeah, I mean, the livelihood is very difficult, Prabhu, but it's more like kind of passion to get more into understanding of the deep understanding of Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy, and then go into the more route. But for livelihood, they had to manage by themselves, Prabhu. I don't think there are enough support funding situations to support these things.
Yeah, so in India, the Brahmanas, they go to the Gurukul and Brahmanas Madha, and then they go become as a priest and then perform yajnas, havans, and then Pitratarpan, so many marriage ceremonies,
Yeah.
all those things. That is one side Vedic knowledge, and other side also they are able to survive.
Yeah, that's different, no, Prabhu. This is more academic based
Yeah.
understanding. So they will not learn ritual aspects there. They learn more Vedic knowledge based aspects here. But what you're saying is more in Gurukul where they teach, but they also give more teaching on practical things like rituals and so they can do some other like marriage ceremony or graha pravesam, those kind of things. So that means that they can able to manage the livelihood. But this is mostly academic based understanding. How I do research, they do research on Gaudiya philosophies. So it's more like understanding the things, but nothing more to do with rituals. It's a purely academic based studies, bro.
Sure. Thank you, Prabhuji, for that one.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Sridhar Prabhu, very nice to hear about the program at your house. We're really blessed to have such amazing association. They're really highly scholarly people, and to get their association needs so much of mercy. Yesterday, we heard Shaunak Rishi Prabhu at the temple. He was there to give a lecture, a morning lecture. for Gaur Purnima. So just on 1860s, verse 1866, but his perspectives is very nice. It's always very nice to hear him. Him and Garuda Prabhu. I think he's here in Oxford, and there's one Garuda Prabhu, like doing similar thing in Stanford University in USA. So they are, Garuda Prabhu is Prabhupada's disciple, and Prabhupada asked him to do PhD and keep on doing his studies. He did not engage him in any other book distribution or any other thing. He just said, you keep on studying so that you can crack into these universities, masters and then PhD, and then keep on teaching, especially the philosophy to the scholarly people, because that also needs, because you cannot, without your academics, you cannot get in. First of all, you need to have the academics qualification to get into these universities. So he did that. So whenever he comes and he speaks, and he also speaks on the six Goswami side, the Vaishnava, seems similar, like Shaunakarishi Prabhu and Gaurara Prabhu, they like very elevated speakers. Nice to hear from them. And very practical. He's an Irish man. So, and gave a nice lecture yesterday.
Yeah, that's the advantage of Shaunaka Prabhu. Shaunaka Prabhu doesn't give it more. He take more practical and then try to connect to the Shastras and how you can do it, current situation, what are the possibilities and everything. So that's what
And
he's.
he was saying yesterday, like, he used to run the Gita courses in the Oxford University, every weekly Gita courses, and then
Tuesday,
he
yeah.
said, and then yesterday he said when he came for darshan of Radha Gokulananda, and then while he was getting up after doing his dandavat, he saw a devotee who did the Gita course, and now he or she has, I think he turned into a devotee. So he's he's staying as a brahmachari in the temple. So that was really nice. He said, at least what we are doing is doing some good for the society. So as English, white-bodied person. So yeah, it was mentioned that.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we'll talk later, Mataji. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji and Mataji, for sharing those conversations. Thank you so much. Okay, anything else, dear devotees, you want to share further? Or we shall conclude and continue it further, Japa.
Yes, it was nice in the temple yesterday, and then Abhishek was just about Abhishek. So, and it's an opportunity to saw the best. So it was really nice. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, but we could not hear you properly, Mataji. It seemed. We can
I'm
hear
just saying,
you.
can you hear me now?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Yeah. No, I just went to the temple after work, so it was so nice in the temple, and then that's and got some opportunity to serve the prasad. Also stayed a bit longer, so it was really nice.
Nice, very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji, for sharing, serving in the temple for distribution of prasadam. Yeah, somewhere we'll get a chance to serve the devotees.
Yeah, it was nice, Prabhu. Yeah, because there was a less volunteer yesterday, and then so after the prasad, after eating everybody prasad, then the plate was piled up. So like nobody's doing anything, so just put the gloves and then did this also seva. So yeah, that was nice.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Yesterday, I also managed to go with Bipin Prabhu and Radharani Mataji. The darshan was very nice because they, replicated this Jarik in the forest. How when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was passing through the forest and he was doing the Harinam, all the animals started dancing. So it was decorated as per that. Even the cake and the overall decoration. So very nice darshan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so if you have got some pictures, so kindly share in the group, so we will also see Mataji.
Oh yes, Prabhu. Yeah. Yesterday I was also busy, like when we came back, and then got busy with like making prasadam and all. I forgot, like finished very late yesterday. So yeah, I'll share it today. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
so Meena Mataji, she was there. I mean, doing kirtan, so it was very, very nice. It was like Sundays they're the main festival they're doing, but it'll be very busy. But sometimes when we go weekdays during the daytime, it's so quiet. You have beautiful darshan, and the ambience is like they had 24 hours kirtan, and Shampoo was there. I mean, every all the devotees who wanted to sing, they got 1 hour each, and beautiful kirtan in the altar room, continuous. Like you started yesterday in Mangal Aarti 4 o'clock, and today I think 4 o'clock they finished. So whole night kirtan went on. So it was like it was. I mean, it was very nice. I mean, very nice ambience, quiet, and we can connect to the Lord. Like darshan, like it feels the value of darshan. Sometimes, like we go to India and 1 second darshan, it's like it does not fill the. I mean, though it's even a privilege, but the heart is not satisfied. So it was nice yesterday. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Yes, staying there for enough to full of to hot content, and then hearing the kirtan and seeing the darshan, taking the darshan of the Lord, being there among the devotees, all auspicious. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nice, and also with your service. Okay, okay, we shall conclude and continue with further japa if you're all happy. वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय. Have a Krishna conscious day, everyone.